Hello, my name is Thomas Key, and in this short video presentation, I'm going to help you use our sentiment table. When you log in, you come to your home page, and on the bottom right-hand corner, you'll find our sentiment table. In addition to that, it's in the Utilities tab under Sentiment Table. I use the sentiment table in two different ways. The first is a contrarian indicator, and the second is to identify stocks that are bucking the trend of the market. First, I'll talk about the contrarian indicator. I use the near-term row for this. And what I'm looking for is a situation where most of the stocks are either in the strong column or in the weak column, respectively. Now, this is a contrarian indicator, so if most of the stocks are in the strong column, this would indicate that the market has been strong recently and that it is in an overbought condition. Now, that's not necessarily going to tell us that the market needs to change its trend immediately. It's not going to break the channel necessarily, but the probability of a decline from an overbought condition, and a rather abrupt one as well, would be high. That's what this sentiment table is telling us. In this particular instance, an abrupt decline could happen at any time. In addition, if everything was in the weak column instead, it would tell us that the market was in an oversold condition, and that the probability of a bounce back from that oversold condition would then be high as well. So it's a contrarian indicator on a near-term basis, but it's not telling us a long-term trend observation. It's an abrupt bounce back or an abrupt decline probability. And that's what it's indicating when we use it as a contrarian indicator on a near-term basis. I might also add that these stocks were handpicked by me to be stocks that are representative of the market's current sentiment. And so when the market's strong, we would expect most of these stocks to be strong. And when the market's weak, we would expect most of these stocks to be weak, therefore indicating the overbought or oversold condition respectively. But interestingly, if the market is in an overbought condition, we can actually identify the stocks that have been relatively weak in the face of the strong market very easily by just clicking the button. And by doing so, we'll get a list of the stocks that have been weak while the market's been strong. Now, we can use that in a number of different ways. But one of the ways that it's most interesting, I think at least this is most usual, is when the market is in an oversold condition and most of the stocks are weak, but then you have those few stocks that are bucking the trend and they're strong. Well, if you're going to see a bounce back, typically the strongest stocks get stronger. Sometimes that doesn't work necessarily on the other side of the coin, but clearly you can find opportunities. And you can do so specifically by clicking one of the links for the symbols once you have the list up. And then you can look at the trading plans, of course, and you can make your decisions to buy or sell. Now, the sentiment table can be used in a couple different ways. I'm sure you can probably even find a different way to use it as well. But I like to use it as either an indication of being overbought or oversold, and also to identify the stocks that are bucking the trend. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much.